Hey guys, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. These are old interviews I've done at Comic Cons that were on live streams. They're like 3 or 4 hours long. I've cut them up so you guys can see them individually. There's people like Jim Starlin, Ming Chen from Comic Book Men, Chris Claremont, Emma Kubert, just to name a few. So do me a favor, check them out. They are a little bit dated, but they are a lot of fun, and I look quite a bit different on these videos as well. But there will be a playlist so you can check them all out. And at the end of this video, a new video will be able to click on to see that interview. So anyways, take your time, watch them, enjoy them, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Kyle, how you doing, man?
I'm alive. I'm good.
Awesome, man. Now, last time you were on my show, you walked off. Remember that?
No, I don't. That sounds like something I might do.
I made a comment to where you killed the main character in the book, and you're like, "Oh, I get that." You were messing around.
Oh,
you
yeah. Well,
you walked right back on.
I would do it again now, but
Yeah.
it's a little more challenging to stand up at the moment.
Yeah, that's all right. So, how you been, man?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Working a lot. And
Yeah.
making books and recovering from some knee surgery.
Oh,
and
really?
All the fun stuff. Yeah.
Are you athletic? Are you doing something?
Not anymore.
Oh, but you were.
I was.
Oh.
But yeah, it's my 4th knee surgery in 4
man.
years. So this was a really big one, and
yeah.
I wasn't able to walk for 10 weeks.
Wow.
So or 9 weeks. And they all blurred together.
Yeah, I've had a lot of surgeries myself, so I kind of know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
Like
Yeah.
But you know what? We're here to talk about your book. And,
Yeah. Which one? What do we want to talk about?
Well, the Radiant Black one.
I love good
Let-
Radiant
let-
Black talk.
Let's hit on that one
Sure.
right now. So, what's new? What's going on in that book right now? I'll be honest, I'm not up to date because
Sure.
I was telling you yesterday, I'm kind of
You're in the what? In the what? section?
traveling.
Oh yeah.
I'm traveling the country, and so my time is I'm either driving or sleeping or something
Right.
like that. So
Hopefully not at the same time.
close.
Sometimes, but
Beef
not-
jerky keeps me awake.
oh my god. Is it the salt or the protein?
It's just the
What is it?
chewing on it.
Oh.
That and ice chips. Ice chips are a lot cheaper than beef jerky, so I've been switching to
Ice chips?
ice chips. Yeah.
Oh, that's
ice chips and
interesting.
Stuff. Yeah.
How many hours do you drive a day, do you think, on average?
I try not to go more than like 5 or 6 hours a day,
Oh my gosh.
and I only try to drive in daytime
Yeah.
because I want to see stuff.
Yeah.
If I'm going through Utah, which is a beautiful state,
Yeah.
I want to see it. I don't want to miss it, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So most of the time, if I haven't been there before, it's during the daytime. It's like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times I'll sleep at Cracker Barrel.
Really?
Yeah, Cracker Barrel will let you park in the back overnight. And I always go in there and go get a grape soda because they have their little convenience store and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I get a grape soda and I go and I camp out there in the back. And if I'm not at a campsite or someone's house or something like that, 9 times out of 10, it's in the back of a Cracker Barrel.
Wow.
And they're all over and they're right off the expressway. So
Yeah.
it's really convenient. So thank you, Cracker Barrel. And if you guys
Are we here?
yeah, right there.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. If Cracker Barrel, if you want to sponsor the Bueller Bus,
There you go.
So
I mean, it's sort of a barrel shape.
yeah. Did you see it out there today?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Yeah.
saw it. Okay. That's kind of right out front so people can see it right there.
It's awesome.
But yeah, that's quite the endeavor. But I enjoy it. And I get to go around promoting comics, something I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Go to all the different comic shops. That's my goal. Is to go
You're
to
like
all the different
so
shops.
you're like a comics evangelist.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what my grandmother always said. Oh, you'd be a great preacher. I said, no, I don't think I would be. But this is my gospel right here is the comics and all that stuff. So in a way, that's kind of what I'm doing. So let's talk about your book.
Sure. Yeah.
How's it been going? What's new? What do we got going on? There's a bunch of one-shots. The universe is expanding, all this stuff. How's it going?
It's going well. It's a series called, my main book right now is a series called Radiant Black. It's a book that, the way I describe it is, it's Power Rangers with adult problems.
Yeah.
So credit card debt and compounding
What's
interest
that?
rates and moving back in with your parents and, unfulfilled potential, chasing.
So this is like real life stuff for you, right?
Chasing dreams and buying into the lie of an American dream that, all the normal good millennial stuff that we all get to deal with of our generation. So we're up to issue 15, just came out this week. It had a really big surprise in it for readers. What I will say is that if you ever see a book of mine with a QR code in it, you should always scan the QR code.
Okay.
That's the takeaway, the moral of the story here. Earlier this year, after issue 12 of Radiant Black, we launched a one-shot, a 54-page one-shot called Supermassive. and it
With
featured
Ryan, right?
Ryan Parrott and Matt Groom joining me in co-writing this big crossover event that then introduced their new characters, Rogue Sun and Infernal Girl Red. And then Ryan's Rogue Sun series launched after that. It's up to issue 5 right now. Just had some pretty huge revelations there. And Infernal Girl Red will be coming out later this year as an OGN.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this universe is just getting bigger and bigger.
You know, it has gotten bigger for sure. But it's something we're looking at, and we're being mindful of what's sustainable.
Yeah.
Because we're all, Michael's the editor and designer on all this stuff. I mean, Michael Basudel. That's a sit down. You should do a Bueller Basudel sit down.
There you go.
I'm just like picturing the logo behind you right now.
There you go.
But we're stretched a little thin. We work a lot of hours, and the thing is though, it's about consistency and making sure like we take crazy narrative and sometimes publishing swings. Mm-hmm. And so it's gotten bigger, but at this point it's not, for us anyway, it's not out of hand.
Sure. So this book, your book, there's no end in sight. This is not a limited series or nothing like that. It's just going to keep on going until the wheels come off, I take it, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have endings. I have character endings in mind. But at the same time, if the book is working, those character endings aren't things I want to get to for quite some time. I'll put it this way. As of right now, issue 15 just came out. Mm-hmm. I have plans through issue 36.
Oh, nice.
Like really firm plans through issue 36. And then beyond that, I have some ideas. But we're definitely planning and thinking for the future and long term.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll keep you going for a couple more years. That's pretty good.
It'll keep me going. For exactly a year and a half. Nice. Basically. Or no, a little longer, 2 years.
Any other projects you're working on or want to be coming out? Don't spill the beans if you can.
Yeah.
Get it, but is there anything you can talk about?
Well, I'm doing a new Ultraman miniseries for Marvel with Matt Groom. And then I'm also doing... That's actually my only, work for hire book right now. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's my only big 2 book. Mm-hmm.
Did you do Darkhawk?
I did. Yes. So that was a 5-issue miniseries this year.
Good old Darkhawk.
I love Dark. I mean, I'm again super proud of that one. I don't know if there will be more Darkhawk down the line, but I think we did a pretty good job building a new iteration of him that, at the very least, the TV people it may pique their interest. Yeah. I don't know, but I want to see. I dare them to not make a TV show out of it.
I think eventually every Marvel character in the world will have their own show or something like that, or at least be in the show.
At least be in a show for sure.
And I think it's honestly, I hate to say this, eventually it's not going to be as special as what it was.
Oh, that's how I feel now about most of it.
Because
to be honest.
And I was thinking that the other night. I'm like, because a lot of the things in the comic book market is, the first appearance of a character on a TV show or movie, and everyone goes and gets the book. Now it's like, what character hasn't been in the movies or the TV show? So is it less special now? To me, it kind of is, because it's every character you could think of that's made an appearance or coming to make an appearance.
Well, that's part of what, with all of the massive verse stuff that we're doing, which is the Rogue Sun, Radiant Black, Infernal Red, like our little kind of corner of the Image universe. So much of it comes from a place of, wouldn't it be cool if? But it's also coming from a place of we are all creators. I've been doing comics full time for 13 years, 12 years, something like that. And I started at Marvel and DC. And I'm proud of a lot of the stuff I did there. But if you're paying attention, you see some of the challenges that exist when you're publishing characters that have been around for as many years as these characters have been around. And as we're building our Massiverse stuff, a few things. One, it's more interesting to us that
the clean slate.
But it's not just the clean slate. It's the fact that things can actually change and things that happen and characters that die or choices that are made, mantles that are passed, those can actually stay. They're not going to get undone. They're not going to be reset. They're not going to get renumbered and rebooted or relaunched. And I actually think through that kind of lens and approach on the publishing front, it also applies to our thinking on other fronts with these characters and these properties. Because in this day and age, like you're creating, if you're creating a book, if you're creating a superhero thing, hopefully you're looking to do something bold and different with it. But you're also, in our case, we're also creating things that are hopefully able to exist outside of the book. And so I'm being a little vague there, I know, but like I said, this month, issue 15 of Radiant Black, there's a huge animated short film component to it. There's other big things that we've done and are doing. And so it's a long-winded way of saying that, like, I agree with you. And the oversaturation for me it's just not for me anymore, which that's fine. Like a lot of my friends love all the stuff to keep up with it. I'm also a little probably biased because I basically do it all day, every day. Yeah. Like I'm making a lot of the stuff. So it's like, you know, I don't get as much fun out of it, out of viewing it anymore. But
what would be your dream project to work on? Do you have anything?
I'm doing it. Like,
that's it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is like, you know, Nightwing's my all-time favorite character. If we're just talking about comic books, like Nightwing's my all-time favorite character, and I was fortunate enough to write his book for 3 years during the New 52. And there are certainly things I'd like to go. I wish I could get another crack at that, right? But outside of that, I've been very lucky and fortunate. I've been able to work on all of the characters that, with the exception of the Turtles. The Turtles are the last thing that I haven't worked on.
Are you going to go hit up Eastman?
I know. I mean, I know Kevin pretty well, but that's not how that works.
Yeah, I know.
But what I mean is, like, that's probably the last work for hire thing, someone else's universe that I would want to go and work on. But for now, what's been cool is, like, I started pretty young in all of this. I just turned 37. And to be at a point where I feel creatively fulfilled only doing my own stuff is really, really special for me. So it's like the fact that we get to do whatever we want and people are enjoying it right now and we're building new superhero stuff. It's like, it doesn't get better than that in comics.
Was it a hard pitch to Image to pick up Radiant Black, or were they all for it right away?
Well, in some ways it was Image's idea.
Okay.
Like, I was working on something after Power Rangers that was kind of, it was called Radiant Black, and it had the iconography of the miniature black holes that would allow for like a transforming kind of component. But it was very different. It was kind of dystopian, far future thing. It was going to be very limited, but I really liked the title, and I liked the iconography and for where the powers come from. And so, then I'm trying to remember the timeline of things. It was after New York Comic Con in like 2019, and it was Eric Stevenson and I were texting, and he was like, "Hey, have I ever asked you, like, would you ever have any interest in like creating a new superhero?" Yeah. And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, like something contemporary, like not an analog, not a DC or Marvel analog, but something that's, you know, optimistic sci-fi, you can think of it, you know." And I was like, I would kill to do that, but I figured there wouldn't be a market for something like that. Like, I had done this book Cowl in 2015 or 2014. It's about a superhero labor union in 1960s Chicago, and we did 11 issues of it, but still we had to end the series at a certain point with sales. And Eric's point was, I think there actually would be a market for this, and we kind of talked about it a little bit, and I was all in from that point on. And so then it became, I want to build this, and building Radiant Black, especially through COVID, was something that
challenging time.
Yes, but it was something that gave me kind of a focus and a direction. You know,
very cool. Well, it's really neat to see it expand.
Yeah,
you know, we were talking last year. We were just on issue 5. Yeah. There was a big, like I said, that's when you walked off the. Because like I might have gave it away. I don't know if I didn't mean to, but there was a.
Oh, it's okay.
It was a swap of the as far as the superhero goes, or something like that. And but now, you know, a year later, still going.
Yep.
Expanding universe.
Yep.
sky's the limit. So
We're here,
great.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, awesome. I appreciate you coming
Awesome,
over here
yeah.
and hanging out for a little bit. And then,
Thank you for doing all of the comics, the Lord's work of comics.
that's what it is.
To
man.
combine
that's,
some
that's
phrases.
what I'm trying to do. You know, we're seriously hitting every shop in America.
Whether they want you there or not.
There's been a few shops I've been a little. Although I did go. There was one shop, I kid you not, and I've talked about this before. It was called Aftermarket Auto Parts and
I know them.
In Albuquerque?
No, I don't know them.
Okay. You're the only other one that would.
Oh, no.
But
Don't tell.
but they have auto parts and comic books. And you can go get a muffler and a Hulk 181. So it's an interesting combination.
Both in this economy?
Yep.
That's too good of a deal to pass up.
It was how it went. The guy who owns the shop, his dad was a mechanic, and some people couldn't pay to get their car fixed, so they would. He goes, "Well, my son likes comic books. If you have any comics, you can trade them in to get your car fixed." And so this guy built a collection by trading services for cars.
Crazy.
And
that's awesome.
That's how they started the shop. So.
How long have they been there?
He's been there. The shop itself has been there like 30 years.
Really?
But with the comics thing, it's about 10 years.
Okay.
So, but I went in there and the guy's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "What?" I go, "Somebody told me about this place." He goes, "Nobody tells anyone about this place," because it just was like a building with some bars on the windows and a little sign that said "Aftermarket Auto Parts and Collectibles" at the very bottom.
That's so cool.
And I walk in there, he's got like 150 long boxes and another 50 of them in the back. Yeah.
Do you know the Sports? Are you a sports fan at all?
Yeah.
Do you know the former Sports Illustrated writer? I think it's Rick Riley. I think that's his name. He covered golf for 22 or 23 years for Sports Illustrated. He just put out a new book, and it's just stories about golf.
Wow.
And he basically what you're talking about and what you're doing, he has done for golf.
Wow.
Chasing down stories around the world.
Yeah.
Like he flew apparently to, where was it? It's not Bermuda, but it's somewhere where you finish a hole underwater. Like you scuba dive down, balls are weighted, and you putt in, you finish.
Yeah.
Things like that.
That's bizarre.
But it's like bringing stories of this great game to a larger, market.
Well,
so
we got something.
I love that.
So, man. Yeah. So it's probably a 5-year journey because eventually we're going to go overseas.
Yep.
That's the plan: is go to Europe, go to Australia.
It's awesome.
After a few years and do all that stuff. So with the support of my sponsors, thank you by the way to all of them, we're going to keep on doing it and going to cons and talking to creators. And
great.
Highlighting all these wonderful shops that we all enjoy. So
love it.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yep, of course.
Have a good show.
Yep, you too. I'll see you soon.
I'm looking forward to next year, man.
Awesome.
There you go.
Right.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those interviews. I had a lot of fun. Even the ones with Howard Chaykin, you know what? He just is who he is. But do me a favor, check out the playlist, check out the video that pops up next. It's another interview over the years, and I think you're going to enjoy my time with these creators. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to live your best life. You know what to do. I'll see you next time. Bye.